Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lily and this is Lily Space, the place for all things positive, and I'm going to get right to it. This is my first ever makeup tutorial. I normally do a lot of skincare content, obviously a lot of my travel content, but it's been primarily focused on skincare. So I would like to just share my makeup routine. Now this is just your basic daytime makeup routine. I'll probably do like a nighttime party makeup tutorial in another video, but for now I would just like to share my basic makeup routine that I use if I'm just going out to the mall or just going out during the day and I don't want to get too heavy on my makeup, but I also want to look put together. So first thing I like to do, and just as a disclaimer, I'm not going to be focused so much like other creators where they focus on the products, the brand. I'm not so much going to be focused on that, just the basic technique. I will be sharing with you, the brands that I use, but I will let you guys know I am a big fan of e.l.f. e.l.f. is one of my favorite products to use because one, they're really cheap. You can get them for like $6, depending on what product it is. They average anywhere between 5 to 15, anywhere between $5 to $20 at Target, depending on what type of product you're trying to buy. But any good skincare routine starts with, any good makeup routine starts with good skincare. And I've already done my skincare off camera. I've done my moisturizer and my sunscreen. You guys, if anyone knows anything about me, they know that I'm really big on sunscreen. So yeah, the sunscreen and the moisturizing part is already done off camera. I like to start off with my primer first. This is the e.l.f. primer, and you just need a little bit of this. Primer is very important because, especially if you're like me, if you have oily skin, primer is really important because it does exactly what it says. It primes your skin. So that is the very first step after your skincare routine. Like I said, if it's daytime, you definitely want to put some sunscreen on. And after that, you would do your primer. All right, guys, I just had to go off camera for a couple seconds. I had to put my lucky necklace on. I love my necklace. I got it for Christmas. And I don't know if you can see it from there, but it says faith. So I just wanted to put that on real quick. So the next step in our routine is eyelash curler. I don't use fake lashes. I've never tried lash extensions because I wear contacts and I'm really concerned about it irritating my eyes. So I just use plain old-fashioned mascara. And I always start with, well, I learned this hack on TikTok. You take a lighter and you kind of warm up the the inside of the eyelash curler. I thought it was weird too at first, but then when I tried it, it actually works pretty good. And that is a way to set your eyelashes for mascara, or if you are using the fake lashes, it helps to kind of prime your natural lashes. So I like to do that first. All right, and brows are the hardest part of makeup, to be honest with you, because it's very tricky. You have to be precise if you want it to look good and natural. You have to be precise. So I am using the Benefit Browsings. It's a brow powder. As you can tell, I use it a lot. And it comes with this little brush. I used to use pencil for my brows, but I noticed that the powder looks a lot more natural. But we did forget one step. It's all about the prep. So I am using the e.l.f. It's a combination brow and lash. So yes, this is a clear brow gel. And I like to use it as a primer for my brows. Before I apply the brow powder, I like to use this first. And like I said, it's a 2-in-1, so it comes with the clear lash gel as well. So I like to use the clear mascara as like a primer for my lashes. And I know I've said the word primer at least five times already, but I feel that it's very important to prime your skin and prime everything because it makes it last longer. So while this, at the time of the recording of this video, it is December the 30th. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. And then you just have to let that dry So yeah, while your lashes and your brows are priming, then you can apply your, I like to use lip balm so my lips don't get dry while I'm doing the rest of my face. I like to line my lips before I put on the lip balm. It's easier to line your lips before the lip balm, so I always kind of do that first. And this is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Lip Liner in Cherry Red. And in case you're wondering, I know I mentioned in one of my previous videos about I like to mix the types of skincare that I use and the types of makeup that I use. I alternate between your high-end brands, your you know, your high-end expensive brands, and I'll also go, you know, to Dollar Tree for, you know, depending on what it is. You know, it all depends on your budget, and it also depends on, you know, the type of product. Now, obviously, some things like my skincare, I can't skimp on that, because if I get my skincare from Dollar Tree, I may break out. So after that, I just apply a little bit of lip balm just to keep your lips moisturized while you're doing your makeup. That way your lips don't dry out while you're doing the rest of your face. So now I'm going to get started on my brows, and we'll see how this works on camera. So you just take the brow, and I'm using the lighter brown shade to just kind of fill in. Like I said, I recently started using brow powder. I was using pencil for many years, and I just see that the brow powder looks more natural. I started wearing makeup when I was 13 years old because my mom was just cool like that. She let me use her makeup, and I would practice. And when I was a teenager, my mom used to do my makeup for me. And oh my God, the brows were like so thick. You know, I mean, it was the 90s, so it was a whole different concept of beauty back then. But as I got older, and I noticed that the powder works so much better because it looks so much more natural. All right, so the brows are almost done. And that's also part of the reason why normally you do your brows first, because they're the most, for me, in my opinion, they're the most complicated. And I'm kind of blessed to still have brows because I know a lot of people don't have brows. So if you want a more detailed tutorial on how to do your eyebrows, then I would, you know, probably, there's so many creators out there who do makeup tutorials. Mine is just very basic. So yeah, after I've put the brow powder on, I just go in with my spoolie. I just love that word, spoolie. And you just kind of blend it in, upward motion. Other side. And this is kind of weird doing this in the camera. I've never done it in the camera before, but there you go. All right, so that just kind of blends it out. And then what I like to do, just to kind of give it shape, and it's going to look crazy at first, but just trust the process. You take a little bit of concealer. You can get your little concealer brush, put a little bit of concealer on it, and then just, you would kind of shape it out like that. Then you go on top, you do the same on top. It just kind of gives it more definition and kind of cleans it up. And we're not going to leave it like that. You know, we are going to blend all of that in once we have all our other concealer on our face. So it just kind of goes like that. right, and then you would just blend it in. And the one thing you'll learn if you are a newbie to makeup, if you are not really a big makeup person, but you know, just want to try it out and see what it's like, the main thing you really have to learn is how to blend. That is the main thing. It's not the color, the brand, it's just about blending properly. And trust me, I had to learn this the hard way. Like I said, my mom used to do my makeup for me when I was a teenager, and it was just, oh, I mean, I'm appreciative for her because she's taught me most of what I know now about beauty. But, you know, like I said, it was the 90s. It was different. You know, it was like the thick, square, black eyebrows, and it was just crazy. But I learned that with the proper blending techniques, it'll, you know, it kind of pulls everything together nicely. Next, that our brows are somewhat done, we can go in with the concealer. I'm also using my e.l.f. concealer. You know, I'm a big fan of e.l.f. products. Like I said, they're cheap, but the quality is really good. Like for the price, the quality of their products are really good, to be honest with you. And I just love all of their products. So just target your concealer, and I know everybody does their concealer different, because you know what, everybody's face is different. You know, not everyone has the same face bone structure. So you're going to target your concealer on areas where you feel need that extra coverage. Like for me, I noticed that I have like discoloration here on the bottom side of my face, so I like to put the concealer there. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but up here as well, kind of gives it highlight and definition. And another hack is using your concealer as an eyelid primer. That kind of preps your lids. And I also have an actual eyelid primer that I used to use, but I feel the concealer works better. The concealer works better. It just looks more natural, and you know, you just need one product for everything, and that works for me. And now, oh, we need to do our lighter concealer for under the eye. So let's do that. And I'm using my beauty blender for that. And this is a lighter concealer shade underneath my eyes. And then I also like to put concealer here, just to give definition to the nose and up there. Okay, so this is what it looks. You put the concealer in the strategic areas that you feel needed. For me, the darker concealer goes here on the lower part of my face, because that's where I feel I have slight discoloration. And then to kind of make your eyes brighter, I put the lighter shade of concealer underneath my eye and on the bridge of my nose, going upwards towards the middle of my eyebrows. Okay, so now we can blend that all in together, and using the opposite side of my beauty blender, I just blend it in. I'll blend the dark color in first with that. Blend it in. I always start at the bottom and just kind of work my way up. Like I said, I'm blending in the darker concealer shade first, like that. Make sure you blend it up towards your headline. I'm sorry, your hairline. Blend it in up towards your hairline. And now you can blend in your eye concealer slash primer. And as you can see, it also blends the upper part as well, where we did the concealer underneath our eyebrows. Okay. And then last but not least, if you want to use a separate beauty blender, the skin around your eye area is very sensitive, so you do not want to tug. You just want to kind of bounce it. Okay, so now that we have blended our concealer, I like to set what they call setting your eyelids with the e.l.f. finishing powder. And you take your eye blending brush, and I just like to tap it out and then just set it with the finishing powder. This helps to avoid any creasing in your eyes once you have your eyeshadow on. And that just makes it a little bit more natural and blended into your skin. So now we can start with our primary color. And like I said, I'm just going for a very natural look. And I like doing the natural colors, well, the nudes, what they call them, the nude colors. And I'm using my very, very old Ulta Beauty eyeshadow palette. I've had this for years. I know I need to get a new one. But like I said, it's not about the product, it's about the technique for this video. So I'd like to take the primary color, which is like a brownish, kind of like a brownish orange color, which I find works really well for me and my skin tone. And I just like to blend that in, and I call it the primary color because it's the main color. It's the first color that you're using on your lids. It kind of sets the base for the other shades that you're going to blend in. And like I said, this may all look crazy right now, but trust the process. Once we blend everything together, it'll all start to look a lot better. And I like to take the shade and bring it down my nose, the sides of my nose. And there you go. That's your primary color. And next we're going to go in with our secondary color, which I like to put on the lids, the lower lids. And I know this is very old school, and not a lot of content creators use this, but I still love these little sponge applicators. They're a lot, it's just easier to apply to the lower eyelid. For me at least, it just blends better when you're dealing with this part of the eye. When you're dealing with the lower eyelid, the part of your eyelid that meets with your lash line, for me, these are a lot more easier to use. And then you take, this is where I put in the light color. And I take a little bit of that color and I put it towards this part right here. We're going to blend this part. We're going to blend the primary color into the upper brow bone. So, well, the brow bone is up. So we're going to take another little blending, I don't know what you call this, but they're really cool. You can get these at Dollar Tree though. And I just like to blend that primary color up towards the brow bone. Because remember I said it's all about the blending, so you want this part here to look very natural. So you just blend that in. And then I have another bigger version that I use for this part right here. Everything just kind of blends seamlessly. So I'm using the darker shade of brown right here on the edge. You use this angled brush here to do this, and this is tricky. You don't want to put too much, because we're going, like I said, we're going for that natural daytime look. And always tap your brush out like that. And for some reason, for me, the left side is always harder. I can't explain why, but it's always harder for me. Okay, so now we have kind of like a highlight. This is kind of like a highlight contour color. And then again, you also want to blend that out as well. So the next step after that is our mascara. And we've already primed our lashes with the e.l.f. clear mascara. This is the Lancome Idole mascara. It's waterproof. And then we just put that on top of the mascara, or the clear mascara. We put this on top of the clear mascara. I forgot one very important part of my eye makeup is this little blue eyeliner right here. It's the LA Colors metallic liquid liner in blue. I got this from Dollar Tree. This is one of my Dollar Tree finds. And for some reason, I love blue liquid eyeliner. I don't know. For me, it just makes my eyes pop. A lot of people may say that it's a little bit too much. And if you are one of those people, you can obviously use black or brown. But today I'm feeling a little, you know, festive, so I'll use the blue eyeliner. And you see the difference that it makes. It kind of makes your eye pop a little bit, but not too much. And that's why I love it. All right, so our eye look is almost complete. I just have 3 last steps that I would like to add to my eye makeup because like I said, it is New Year's Eve. So I just want to just in case I do go from daytime straight into the nighttime, then I have that extra sparkle that I like for the holidays. So I'm going to take I have this really awesome brush that I got with my Allure beauty box. If you want to know more about that, I will link that video here. But yeah, this is the brush that I got with my Allure beauty box, and look at this, it's angled. So it's perfect for getting into those tricky crevices of your eye. And I'm going to use this random sparkly brown shadow, and I'm going to put it on this angled brush like that, and we're going to go into the middle of your eyelid like that. It just adds that extra bit of sparkle. Like I said, this is just a bonus color because it is New Year's Eve. But if you just want to go with the natural look, then you can just stop at your nudes. You know, that's fine. I'm using like the lighter sparkly color as opposed to the darker one. I'm using this lighter one here, so just for cinematic effect. Alrighty, so now you can kind of see it now, like you can see the difference. Makes it look a little bit more sparkly, a little bit more festive. But if you're more of like the simple type, you know, you can just skip that part entirely. You know, I'm extra, so I like to add that in there. And second to the last part of our eye makeup is this upper brow bone. The upper, well, there's no such thing as a lower brow bone, I'm sorry. The brow bone, I like to add a shade of a very natural color, preferably a shade that matches my skin tone, to kind of blend in that upper part and highlight the brow bone as well. So like that. And I know what you guys are thinking. The concealer looks really off right now, but trust me, once we add the final step, it'll look a lot better, a lot more natural. So that was the second to the last. The very last part that I want to add to my eye makeup is my Ulta Beauty gel eyeliner. This is green because I can't find my black one, but preferably you want to use black for this. A lighter, and this is a hack I learned when I was living in the Philippines. A lighter when doing your makeup can be your best friend, because believe it or not, it actually helps with a lot of stuff. And I use that just to kind of do like an inner, and I only do this part. It's kind of like a shortened version of a cat eye. but I only go out up to like there, just to kind of make my eyes look bigger because I do have small eyes. So I want to, especially when I smile, my eyes just completely disappear because it kind of melts it down. Ooh, it's on fire. I'm going to set my whole face on fire. Oh. The lighter's your best friend as long as you're very careful. So just make sure that you cool it down, blow on it to cool it down so you don't burn your face off. And again, this is one of those steps that it's just an extra step. If you want to skip that, that's fine. You know, it's just about the colors looking natural and looking well blended. Like I said, this is a natural look. This is a transition from daytime into nighttime look. So I'm using all natural colors with the exception of my blue eyeliner and my green under eyeliner. The eyes are officially done. We can move on to the next step of our makeup, which is the foundation. So the way I apply my foundation, I put it on my hand. And like I said, because I'm mixing these two shades, these two separate products, these two separate shades, well, same product, but two different brands, I'm blending them together on my hand. I'm going in with my foundation brush, which also came with my Allure Beauty box, and I'm just blending it together. Since these are two different shades that I'm just blending together, and then I go like that. Some people apply it directly to their face before blending it into their hand. It's just, for me, this just works better for me. Kind of like when you're an artist and you're doing a painting and you just want to kind of blend the colors together before you apply it onto your canvas. Same concept here. And make sure you're blending this down into your neck. I think that's one of the major beauty mistakes that even I'm guilty of, is forgetting about your neck area, especially if it's going to be exposed. You want your color on your face to be uniform with your neck area as well. So make sure you blend that in. So I use this brush to apply the foundation. And again, make sure you're blending this up towards your hairline. But I always go back to my good old beauty blender to blend everything seamlessly together. So we are squeezing out our beauty blender. I'm taking a tissue and letting the water absorb into the tissue, because you want it slightly damp, but you don't want it soaking wet, okay? And with that, we are going to just blend everything out. That way it doesn't look harsh, it looks natural. And trust me, the ring light is making this look way lighter than it actually is. So I'm going to turn off the ring light to give you guys an idea of how that looks. You get more of like a more natural kind of pinkish blush to it, which I think looks really good this time of year. And like I said, the ring light is just making it look a lot brighter. And remember, you're not dragging, you're just doing like a tapping motion across your skin to blend it. You never want to drag your skin. You never want to drag the skin on your face. And if you need, if you feel the need to add more foundation to your neck, just to kind of make sure that everything is uniform, feel free to do so. I'm taking the excess from my e.l.f. Foundation bottle, like the excess from the applicator pump or from the pump, and I'm just adding that to my neck. Very important to make sure that everything is uniform in one color. So this is the Real Techniques Beauty Blender. Again, this is available at any store. It's actually worth it. Alrighty, so we have blended out our foundation. And now we are going to add highlighter. I also got this with my Allure Beauty box. It's a cream highlight stick. And this baby will be your best friend. If you've had a long night and you have to go to work the next morning and you didn't get a good night's sleep, put this right here, right above your cheekbones, and it makes you look like you've had a full 8 hours of sleep. And you can actually blend this in with your finger. And we can also use our beauty blender as well. Whatever is easier for you. I just find that for this part, you know, the fingers work completely fine for me. And then just blend it in. I'm just using this just for cinematic purposes. You know, we always gotta. All right. So yeah, we've applied our highlighter, and you can see everything is slowly coming together where you can see the glow. I like to call this the no makeup look, where people can kind of tell you're wearing a little bit of makeup, but it doesn't look caked on, you know, it looks very natural, and that's what I like. I'm going to apply my blush, and this is the, let's see. You can see I have different shades here. I am going to go in with my blush brush, and let's see, what color do we want to use? I want to go with something natural because it is still the middle of the day. I don't want something too red. So I'm just going to go with this shade right here, that shade right there. Just want to blend that in, tap it out. And then later on in the evening, if I want a more dramatic look, I can just throw this in my purse and just add on the red. And you just want to apply this below your cheekbone, here, right there. And then I'm going to take this darker brown shade, tap it out, and apply it here to my forehead, just to kind of blend this area out. If there's any leftover foundation or concealer up there, this kind of blends it out, and everything is coming together seamlessly. So now we are down to the second to the last part of our makeup tutorial. Going back to our little finishing powder here, we are going to use our big old beautiful handy dandy powder brush, and then just all over like that. By the way, this is only $4, and it works wonderfully. I love it. I love the quality of all the e.l.f. products, and they are dirt cheap. If you're on a budget, they are the perfect brand for you. They don't compromise quality for price. And this is just the finishing touch for your entire face. It kind of sets everything. I am guilty of going overboard with this because this is like my favorite part of my routine. It just feels so luxurious to just, ooh. We are down to the last part of our makeup tutorial, and to me this is an important part, and I'm going to show you two different products. So it's the setting spray. So I have the e.l.f. setting spray, which you can tell I've used a lot because it's starting to fade, and I have this that I got over Black Friday at Walmart. It's the Marie Claire setting spray. So we're going to do this side with this and this side with this. Do a little experiment, okay? And this just kind of sets your makeup, so even if you sweat, it kind of stays put. Then we're going to do the other side with this brand, and I can tell you the difference. Make sure you shake it first. You can tell the difference. Let's see. And as you can see, it adds that sheen, that glow to your finished product. Oh, wait, we're not done yet. Lipstick. I'm going in with a very nude Rouge Coco by Chanel, because I just want something simple for my daytime look. And once I transition into night, I can just add a red lipstick. And that's the good thing about doing the natural makeup look. You can start out very, very basic. But then if you do plan on going into the evening, you can just add on a red lipstick and add on more red blush or highlighter. The no makeup look is very, I'd like to say, adjustable. You know, you can add on, because it's easier to add on products than it is to take off products. So if you start out with a face full of makeup and then you look at yourself in the mirror in the bathroom and you're like, oh my God, I have too much makeup on, it's a lot easier to add on. So I would say start basic, start with your basic colors, just a very natural look. And if you do transition into nighttime, or if you do want to add on extra color, you can always throw like a red lipstick in your purse. You can always throw some red cream blush into your purse, and you can just add on it. And if you want to add on a little bit of lip oil or some lip gloss, you can do that as well. All right, guys, so that's it. We are done. This is our completed makeup look. I hope you like it. I also did my hair off camera. So this will be my my pre-New Year's Eve my pre-New Year's Eve look. Obviously, I just have to get dressed, but I'd like to thank you so much for watching this video. If you can do me a big favor, can you please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell button, so you can get all notifications every time I post a new video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Happy New Year.